Okay, so this is where I'm leaving off on this video. I got pretty much all the valves. So I have almost all the valves, springs and seats, and valve seals. So here are the new ones. I have these good to go. And these and all I have left in here are 2 valves. Or 4 valves. So I'm gonna show you how to remove everything on there that I just showed you on that table. We're gonna remove that right now. So this is the tool. It's a special tool. I think it's from Razor German. I'll link it below. It's pretty good. One thing to note when you're using this tool, sometimes you could dig into, like, see this, there's a nick over here, you know, you could dig into the metal. So I'm probably gonna go back and smooth this out with the grinder. These doesn't even come close to the spring, so that should be fine. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it about the tool. And then the last thing too with the tool is when it has to be a really close fit. Cause see how it doesn't always. See how it's still. When I enter the tool, it still hits over here. So when you use the tool, try your best to center it, not on the spring. Because I mean, if you can center it on the spring, that'd be good. But just best to center it so it doesn't. You know, you're not tightening it down and it's tightening on this, and then you know you pull a thread or something. So let's do these last 4. Alright, so it goes just like that. These are the nuts that I'm reusing that came with the for the cams, so you don't have to bottom these out, just like that. This is a 13 mil. Good. Now what I used to center it, so I got some resistance on it with this tool, with the impact. So what I'm going to use to center it or move it around is just a hammer and just a hammer. Now from here, I'm using a wrench or a ratchet, just so you could feel everything engage. Let's go. So when you're tightening this too, there'll be a point, so the valves will be opening right now. I guess because the engine, everything's all gummed up and stuck, but you'll get to a point where the valves pop open and you'll see it over here. It'll go boom. Watch. Hold on, so you can see. This is what you don't want. You see how it's coming in contact with this? So let's go ahead and be careful not to scratch this surface right here, because I think oil comes right out of this galley. Good. There you go. So you hear the boom, it opened up. Plus it was sitting on this, so I hit it out and then bam, you can see that there's a gap for these little collets. So let's just keep going so you can't go. Just hand tight. Seems good enough. Now I like to use a straight pick just to open up in here. Now sometimes you can't get it open and you might need to lift the valve upwards. So what you could do is use this pick as a wedge, and you know it'll double as a to pick it out and to pull the valve up. And I'll show you right now. Here we go. See how the valve just lifted a little bit? Shit, you just had it. Okay, just like that. Hold on. That's one. And the other one. Let's get rid of this one. I might just do one spring, to be honest, because it's taking a while. that. Let's do this one. Hopefully this one isn't as hard. Usually the oil too has it stuck on there. This one. Let's see if the oil will go. No. It's two. Okay. Next we are going to loosen this back up. Keep these on for now. Just loosen up the middle one. Just loosen it up until you see a gap under those under that nut. Just like that. Now we can take these off. Shit. Okay. We have the spring and then the top hat for the spring. So, and these you don't. I like to keep everything together. So like these lock clips are gonna go with this spring. And next up, we have the valve seals. So I've seen people use like a socket and hit it on there, take it out, wiggle it out. But I like to just use some vice grips. And I keep the valves in there too, just to provide some more structure to the valve seal. So when I'm tightening it down, right, I don't want to clamp down on this bronze piece right here. I want to get it on the seal itself. Just like that. And just wiggle it. There. These are probably well, these are garbage, but I'm keeping them with all the springs just in case. And try your best not to hit anything while you're wiggling this out, because sometimes they'll, you know, slip out and next up, you can have these seats down here. So the first one I could usually get with a magnet. The second one, not really. So I use this. So I grab it right on this inner ledge, the pick, right here. Could be a pain sometimes because the oil acts as like kind of like glue. It sticks everything together, but lift it up.